So you can see the dragonflies there. The dragonflies there, they get trapped by the plants from time to time, and then the fish eat them. So if the ants come, and the ants and the flies, they come and then get close to the water, the catfish eat them. So that's a kind of a symbiotic relationship. Only with so that is the difference between tilapia and catfish. The catfish, they love the feed. So this is a fish pond inside a private compound. So it's a fish pond. You normally have this small container in case there is a wounded fish that you need to treat. So you see this fish pond, you have fish inside this one, inside that one, the last one, and this one. So you see the fish here are surviving on their own because this water hyacinth provides or attracts food for them. It provides shelter and it attracts food for them. Ants come to feed on the water hyacinth, and then they get trapped, and it also the fish feed on them, the ants, you see. So the fish also eat this water hyacinth, but when they are much like this, they won't eat them. So if you want to use a water hyacinth, you make sure that you add plenty of them. If you don't add plenty of them, the fish will eat them up before they grow. So in this pond now, you have catfish. So catfish, even as I'm close to this place, there is no foul odor, because the water hyacinth makes it look like they are in their natural environment. Makes it look like they're in their natural environment, and that makes them to have a very nice environment. And you don't change water often. If it's ordinary fish pond, you have to be changing water every 2 or 3 days if you want them to survive. But here you don't change water often because of the water hyacinth. Now here you have tilapia fish. So you can see the difference is that the tilapia fish also eat the water hyacinth, but the difference here is that when you put feed, because you don't just leave them to be feeding on the food that the water hyacinth attracts, you also give them fish feed. But when you add feed to the tilapia, they don't rush it because they prefer their environment and they prefer the food they get inside this pond with water hyacinth. They prefer that. But the catfish will always rush when you throw in feed. You can see plants, you can see ants, these ants. So it's a kind of symbiotic relationship. The ants have fun with the leaves, and then from time to time they get trapped into the water and the fish feed on them. Inside here you have catfish. You have it here. Look at that symbiotic relationship. The ants, you see, the ants love the water hyacinth. I think that's a dragonfly. So you can see the dragonflies there. They get trapped by the plants from time to time, and then the fish eat them. So if the ants come, and the ants and the flies, they come and then get close to the water, the catfish eat them. So that's a kind of a symbiotic relationship, you see. So here you have tilapia fish. So it is a good idea to have water hyacinth in your fish pond, especially if you don't want to keep wasting much water, changing water, wasting water. Maybe you don't have enough you can use water hyacinth to have a good fish pond. These ones are dry. They used to have fish here. They do this place is for spawning and all that. They spawn fish here and then store small fish here. But you can see this is another big pond. It doesn't have any fish. That's why you see the water hyacinth here is dried up. But if you put water hyacinth in water, it actually grows back to green. But here I think the water hyacinth had dried before the small water you have here was added by rain. Okay, so we want to try this experiment. There's tilapia here and there's catfish here. Okay, see this is why you have tilapia. Now let's show you where we have catfish. Now we have catfish here. Have you seen catfish? So now I understand that the tilapia, when you put the feed, this is the fish feed that we want to give them. This is fish feed, and it's very expensive. So when you put the fish feed inside where you have the catfish rush it. That's the difference between them, because the catfish, they still love the fish feed. Now they rush out and then they eat it. But when you put it inside where you have the tilapia, they don't actually rush it. That's what we were told. But I want to see one catfish, so let's see what happens here. Let's see. You can come to this side so that you focus on the water as we drop. Have you seen my hand? Okay, let me drop. This is it. We're looking for the tilapia fish. You can see them coming out. We've stayed here for long waiting for them. Now we're beginning to realize that there's food here. You see? Oh, look at them. Did you see them? Yeah, the color is like a plant. No way, the food is still there, waiting for them to come out. They are not coming out in their numbers because
they just ate the one that was there.
Okay, let's go back there.
They did not eat the one that is there.
Here?
Yes, there was some remaining here. They just ate them.
Okay, let's move. Let's show you what happens when you get to catfish. See what catfish does to the feed. Now just watch this small space now. This small space. See, they don't even waste time at all. Don't you waste time. That is the difference between tilapia and catfish. The catfish, they love the feed. So that's it. Wow, so you've seen what happens when you feed the fish with fish feed. The tilapia, they rush it, while the catfish here, they normally they rush the feed when you throw it in, but the tilapia here, they don't rush the feed. Except even the ones we put back then, they've eaten it. We can't find it again. We can't find them again. But just that they don't spend time rushing together, coming to take it. Even you still find some of the feed still there, waiting for them to come and eat. Look at that. There's one here. And there's there, but if it is catfish, they would have finished them. So that is it. That's using water hyacinth remains a very good option for someone who wants to excel in fish pond farming. So this is a good fish pond idea, and I'm saying if you don't want to keep changing water if you don't want the environment to have foul odor. If you don't want to be feeding the fish as much as you feed them when you don't have when you are using only feed, the one that you buy in bags, you can use water hyacinth. They feed on the water hyacinth. The water hyacinth also attracts food for them and makes the fish look like they're in their natural environment and removes foul odor from the environment where you are breeding the fish. So this is a good fish pond idea, and you can easily get the water hyacinth because somebody can send it from any part of town to where you are. It lasts for 24 hours, 48 hours if it's in water, small water. So they can just put it in a bag, in a small bag, soaked in water. Not that they'll put a bucket of water or something, no, but just make sure it's wet. Once it's wet, it can last for 48 hours until it gets to you and you put in your pond. But like I said, if you add very small, the fish will eat it up. That's it.